disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.
Once again to another episode of Fists, Kicks, and Flicks, the podcast about martial arts, movies, and life. I am one of your hosts, Eugene Plowden, and with me as always, my podcast partners, Joe Hartley and Angel Diaz. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's happening?
If this is your first time with us, I want you to know we are members of the Martial Arts Inner Network. On Mondays, you've got Raw with Mimi and Lump. Tuesdays is CTE with Chris, Los, and Travis. Wednesdays is us, Fists, Kicks, and Flicks with Gene, Mike, Joe, and Angel. And on Thursdays, you can get the Inside Scoop with Alex and Jeff. For more information, you can check us out on all of our social media platforms. Just look for the Martial Arts Inner Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Fellas, it's showtime. What's going on?
Hey, Gene, how's it going, man? Pretty good week. My oldest and youngest just wrapped up their, let's see, it's Ava's 7th play and Aiden's 4th. So they just did Madagascar. Ava had one of the leads.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, Joe. Hold on. Before you get into this anymore, I got a question.
Yeah.
This is not school stuff. Are they part of some type of play organization or something? Because you've been going to quite a few plays over the last few weeks.
Yeah. So when we discovered my daughter was really interested in this kind of stuff, my wife found a place in Waterford, so about 15 minutes from us. Okay. And it's just it's two families that own the theater, and they just have theater and dance backgrounds. Mm-hmm. And so they try to put on 3 to 4 plays a year.
Okay.
So yeah, we signed her up first, and then Aiden joined last year.
Okay. All right, cool.
So he likes to do like the background stuff, dancing, and that's where Ava started. But she's been taking on more and more, and she literally there was 4 leads in this, and she got one of them. She got the giraffe, Melman.
Oh, okay.
She had like 34 lines, 3 small solos, and like she was basically on stage the whole time, and she knocked it out of the park. And then Aiden had a tap dance number, and he had 3 speaking lines. So this is the most he's done too. Okay. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was really proud of them. What's that, Angel?
He knows how to tap dance?
They're trying to add more dance to the number. To be honest with you, the lady teaching it, she taught it so quickly. I mean, he basically was just following the leads, and even they were struggling with it a little bit. Okay. But it was interesting. It was fun.
That's pretty. No, but I say that because I've always wanted to learn tap dance. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's actually pretty cool,
bro. I cannot see that. I cannot.
Wait. Oh, Gene, you're about to die because before my brother and I did karate, we did tap dance. And I there is video, and I don't know if I can find it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be real. I would bitch at my mother when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. And I'll be like, I want the dress shoes with the little metal on the end of it because I just wanted to walk around and just tap everywhere and just be like, tap. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, I don't know how. I know. I think we started. My mom put us in at like 4 or 5.
You see, every 4 or 5-year-old wants to do that. It looks cool.
Not Champ. Champ ain't never asked to do that.
I don't think we asked to do it. I think my mom went for it, and my poor dad just was like, whatever. But then when that didn't work out, Dad was like, okay, y'all gonna do something manly now. So
right.
Then we got into martial arts.
I know your dad. I just can't really see him saying, like, okay, come on, like.
And I listen. Don't hear what I'm not saying because I'm not coming at people.
Hold on, HR.
No, whatever. I don't even care, man. That's not how I meant it, and that's how people are going to perceive it, and that's fine. I'm the bad guy, whatever. But I did it, so screw you all. You know,
if you do tap dancing, you're not feminine for doing tap dancing. That's not what we're
Oh,
saying.
I wasn't
not at all.
thinking that. I wasn't thinking that at all. I mean,
actually, they say it's really hard, but I don't. People are gonna come at me. It's all good. Even that.
Listen,
So
listen,
even on that, because I had some vegan chili the other day. So how about that? Now I'm not against the
right.
vegans. So come on,
how,
come get me.
how did you like it, man? Where'd you get it from?
I don't know. My wife made it. She I don't know. She
let
got
me-
it out of a bag or what, but it was.
let me
I mean,
just
it
say-
was decent.
Let me just say
Okay.
so you mended your fences with vegans. Now you need to mend your fences with Russians because that is your next one.
You know what? Until they give us back Brittany Griner. No, I'm not mending no fence with no Russians.
Until they stop this damn war over in
Exactly.
Ukraine and get these damn gas prices back down. Shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's true.
I was right about that one. How about that now?
But it's crazy
I'm
how
just playing.
well that aged. How well that aged after, because that when I saw
Right?
that video the other day, that was hilarious. I was like, that's crazy. Like thinking about how it's going now. Maybe Joe.
I barely remember saying that, but then when I watched it a few times, I was like, "Oh, dang, I sounded terrible. That's crazy." But you get into a mode when you're doing this. You just get into that mode, and you just whatever. What comes out, comes out.
No, I feel you, man.
Yo, for real though, like Joe, I feel like for wrestling, you would play a great heel. Like you could play the crap out of a heel. I feel like you could play a crap out of a heel.
Easy.
Like
You know
easy.
what? I thought about reaching out to Mike and doing some stuff with him, and either being a manager type for him or something. And I got to thinking, I was like, hell no. With Mike's money gimmick, there's no way to go. They're gonna have me as his Virgil. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit. I was like, oh hell no. Me and Mike can't be friends. I can't do nothing with him when it comes to wrestling. No. You're not gonna have me crossing my arms, standing next to him, counting his money. That shit ain't going down.
That's gonna look so bad.
Yeah, I can just literally what do I do if I go to one of his shows and he says some shit like that? Like, come on, be my Virgil. I was like, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, why would you say that?
Oh Lord,
that's not going on. That's not happening. So, all right. So you had a busy weekend, Joe, and it sounds like you're gonna have another busy weekend next week.
Yeah, my dance cards fill for a little bit because my buddy he's marrying a Chaldean woman, and I didn't know much about all this.
Oh, you about to party at that reception? Is gonna be
but they do it big before the wedding too. So they have their rehearsal dinner type thing is called a henna, and I guess he's been sending me videos because he's been to 3 now, and they party at this henna, and I got to dress like a certain way. Like I gotta wear some of their clothing and stuff like that. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting. Because I don't know that culture very well, but they party before the wedding, they party during the wedding, so it's going to be some fun.
Yeah. One of my employers was Chaldean. I worked for a few years ago, and he got married, and I went to his wedding. It wasn't a lot of people at the wedding. I felt bad because I'm like, man, it's like 20 people here. That's it. But that party, oh my goodness, that party was off the hook. They had a lot of people. They had, I don't know, it had to be a few hundred people there at this wedding, and they had armed guards. Oh
wow!
Yeah, because they give a lot of money. So
I've heard that too.
Yeah, so they had, and I saw the guys. I was like, wow, man, this is something else. You good, Angel? What's going on?
I thought the alarm in my house went off. I was gonna go beat some ass. We're good.
No, for real. I was gonna say we're gonna have to show this video. That's good TV right there.
No, for real. I heard the noise. I thought it was my alarm, and then I heard rustling upstairs. I was about to be like, hold on, I'm gonna bring it down here. We're gonna do that in front of the camera.
And then Angel's gonna be on the news talking about it. Just like that video I sent him the other day. I sent everybody. I had that playing. I could have swore I was angry. I had to run back to my phone because my phone was down. I was brushing my teeth, and it was like, how the next video plays? So when that played, I was like, wait, was that Angel? Let me go back.
No, when he sent me that, I was dying because in my mind, I'm like, low key, that's been my biggest fear. Not that. Wait, hold on. Not that, but like being like that exposed, and then something goes down. I'm like, oh, what happened? Like, it's just a
You put your pants up and go handle your business. You pull your pants up and go handle your business.
Pretty much.
So, Angel, how was your weekend, man?
My weekend was good, man. It was a busy weekend. I mean, now that I'm done with work, I'll be honest with you, I'll just be flying, go see my girl, just like it ain't nothing now. There's a cheap airline by me, be flying to her for like $100. I'll just go see her on the weekends, come back on a Monday, do my stuff, and then go see her again. So I went down, I saw her. It was a good time. I spent time with her family. I love spending time with her family also. So it was just an overall good weekend. Got some training in. I was dying on Sunday. And then, yeah, that was it. Came back Monday, did everything. I leave this weekend to go to U.S. Open. This is going to be a big weekend. So it's my year anniversary with her. So this is going to be big. And then after that, then I'm pissed though. Oh, I'm pissed.
About what?
So her second gift came in. The gift is destroyed. Like, it is not what I thought it was.
When are you giving this to her? Like, does she listen to the show? Like, are you about to spoil something?
Well, she ain't getting this gift. She ain't getting this gift. This gift.
She's going to want to know what it is now. She's going to hear this, and she's going to want to know what it is.
Listen. This is all part of the chase, brother. That's what you gotta do. Y'all make them want more. I said this is part. This is a gift she's not gonna get. I ain't gonna show her the gift she's gonna not get. This is terrible.
She's gonna want to see it now. She's gonna listen to the show and be like, "Well, what was it?"
You know, I'm gonna tell you. One of my boys goes, "Nah, just give her the gift, and then just say you just gotta get it returned. But at least she knows you did something thoughtful." I told him, I said, yeah, give her a messed up gift so that way she thinks she's messed up on our year anniversary. That's a smart idea. I ain't running with that one. That's dumb. But nah, it's our year anniversary, so it's gonna be a good weekend. I'm looking forward to it. And then after that, yeah, I love this whole teaching thing because I just get this whole summer off, so I'm enjoying my life. I think today was the first day I took my time, cleaned my room, did a bunch of things.
But you're doing summer school though, right?
Yeah, that's not I'm the 5th.
Okay.
I don't even listen, bro. It's summer school. I don't even really count that. Everyone's getting an A. I don't care. I'm not feeling nobody to make more work. I don't care.
So the kids that you failed during the school year should come during the summer because they're gonna automatically pass.
No. Listen, he Marshawn Lynch style. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I specifically told those kids, don't come in the summer.
Yeah, I remember you said that, but if you're just passing out A's, then why not?
I'll come give you because I know how they were during the school year. So if they do something dumb again, I'm gonna give them an F. Don't make no damn sense. I ain't doing that. No, sir. Okay. But also, my kids, they heard summer school. They ripped up the page. They didn't even send it to their mom. Like, my school is different. My school, I've never heard about this. They print the report cards out and tell the kids to give it to their parents. If I have bad grades, my mother ain't never seen a report card the whole year.
My mom would have. My mom never missed a parent-teacher conference. I wish she would have missed a parent-teacher conference.
Listen, let me tell y'all. At one point, my mom and dad never missed it, and I told them, I was like, I'm 17, I got straight A's. They're like, we don't trust that, and they still went. I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. Now, they had every right to. I told you that what happened my first year of college. So they had every right to not trust it. But I'm just saying. It was something. But yeah, that's pretty much my weekend. How'd your weekend go, Gene?
I've been pretty busy, man. Just getting adjusted to the new job. It's a lot of stuff that I got to learn, man. And dealing with budgets and all types of stuff. It's taking some getting used to because it's the same type of work, marketing and promotion and sales.
I'm sorry,
all go together.
Sorry, hold up.
Yeah.
This is I can't wait till Jeff gets on this damn show. Jeff pisses me the fuck off. Okay?
What the hell? All right, what happened?
I sent him that text. I said, hey, we filming July 10th. We doing like this Bruce Lee documentary thing. We didn't know what the damn movie was called. Then I sent him the thing, Dragon the Bruce Lee story. You can find on Amazon Prime or YouTube. He goes, "That's not a documentary. That's a movie based on his life."
That's perfect, Jeff Doss.
Like this is why we fight all the time. This is why we fight all the time. Go ahead.
He's not wrong though.
Shut up, Joe. I don't care.
Honestly, when he said it, I thought it, but I wasn't going to interrupt him and say it. But I was like, I'll just let him rant. I'm just going to let him rant.
Whatever, bro. I'm just saying that is annoying, but whatever. You got it, sis. I got you.
Anyway, yeah, let's get back to me. Yeah, man, my weekend was pretty cool, man. Pretty chill. Just get, like I said, just getting adjusted to the new job, getting adjusted to the dojo. We got a lot of new students. Me and Champ's mom, we did the numbers. We got 72 students, so I'm happy. I'm happy about that. 72 is not bad for right now.
Love that, bro. Proud of you. Keep up the good work.
I told the kids. I made a couple of announcements. I told them we're gonna go out to CJ Barrymore this summer on the 18th of August, or around that time. That's kind of like a amusement park, a smaller amusement park up here. So we're gonna do that and have a picnic and just have a good time out there. I gotta start incorporating more things besides just karate in the program, just fun things. So we're gonna start doing some movie nights, and I'm probably gonna reach out to Los and see some of the stuff that he does with his dojo, get some ideas from him, and also Chris and Jeff also.
If you need anything, just let me know. I got you. I can help you out.
For sure. I did not get a chance to watch Ross's fight or Robbie's fight. Did you guys watch it?
Yes, sir.
I did.
What you guys think? Did you guys just watch their fights, or did you guys watch the whole thing? Because I listened to CTE, and they didn't. It didn't sound like they watched the whole thing. They just watched their fights.
I watched the whole thing. I know all the fighters, so I'm invested in it in that way. So. Okay,
what did you think of the overall show?
Best show they've put on so far.
Okay,
I agree.
Best show they've put
and
on so far.
that was. And they had a show. They had a fight where a guy got hurt for the third time. So.
Yep. No, second time.
Second time. I thought they said it was the third.
And it was a title fight again.
Yeah.
Basically, Gene. Like what's the UFC fighter? Like like what happened like with Chris Weidman and Anderson Silva and all them.
Yeah.
So basically, he dislocated his shoulder. He it popped it out.
He dislocated it on a nice takedown.
Yeah. And then
a really nice takedown that would have put him in pretty much in control. He was already in control of the fight.
Yep. And then the first fight, he was in control, and I think he caught a round kick, and it snapped his arm, and it his arm was limp. So he was forced to stop both times. It sucks, man. And both times he was beating the crap out of the dude.
So this was a rematch. It was the same guy that he fought against.
Yeah,
and it happened again. He got hurt again. Wow.
Same one got hurt again.
He might not want to fight him again then. Let me ask you guys, did you guys listen to CTE today?
I have not yet.
No, I wanted to. I didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna wait there before I ask you guys. I had a question. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'll ask now.
Yeah, ask it.
Trav had asked a question on the show, and he asked Chris and Los if they thought that pretty much this was going to be the next step for sport karate martial arts competitors, if they're going to start, if we're going to start transitioning into this type of activity where it's going to be like it's not it's not hardcore kickboxing. It is and it isn't. And
what do you mean? So I'm lost.
What do you mean?
So you don't think it's hardcore kickboxing?
No. I'm not. It's not the traditional with the ring and everything. It's not the normal kickboxing.
The way I look at karate combat is very similar to point sparring and kickboxing to kind of mix together with a little bit of a MMA into it. It's not full MMA because you can't fully fight on the ground.
Right.
But you do have takedowns, you do have sweeps, leg kicks.
Right.
I see the side kicks being thrown. You don't see side kicks really thrown in the MMA or even really kickboxing. So it does have a feel to it, but I don't think I couldn't see going to the Great Lakes program, either of them, and seeing this kind of fighting.
Well,
I think you would lose. You would probably gain a new set of people, but you would probably lose another set.
That's interesting. What about you, Angel? What about in your area? Do you think more sport karate martial artists competitors will start doing this type of competition?
So
See, and then Trav laid down like we have continuous, which is similar. It's a
Yes.
lighter version of this, and then we also have what Jesse is doing with the virtual fight tour. So which are both, they could be stepping stones, like Trav was saying, into this type of competition.
So it's like a 50-50. So like where I'm at, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There's a strong disconnect between point sparring and like full contact. So like anyone in my area, if you do full contact, you completely go over to a kickboxing gym, an MMA gym, and you just train that. If you do point sparring, you just train the point sparring. Like there's so few people in my area that are bridged to do both. So like me, like right after US Open, I go into training camp for kickboxing because I got a kickboxing match. For some of the guys up here by my way, like that you guys have heard of or have heard of them on CTE, we all train with each other, but we all are doing kickboxing or do kickboxing matches. I can't say the same about going somewhere else. Like for everyone else, they just specialize in one thing.
Well, the reason I brought that up is because I'm not sure what sport karate is going to look like in the next 20 to 25 years.
I agree with that.
There, I mean, like in our area, Joe, we used to have way more tournaments than we have now. Now, like I know 4 tournaments in Michigan. We got Jaime Serrato, we have the Gorhams, we have my uncle, and then we have Dan Cousineau's tournament. I don't know of any others. I know Isaiah does. Isaiah has an invitational tournament that he's running, and so does Olu. But I don't know of too many other tournaments. Go ahead, Angel.
Ski doesn't do nothing?
Not anymore.
Now, he had a league at one point, right?
Yep. And me and him talked about it, and he had some issues with some of the karate schools. So he stopped doing his league.
Now, what about the MSKC? They don't have a bunch of tournaments?
I just named them.
Oh, that's all of them.
I just named them. Yeah. I know Master Curtis Butler has a tournament, I believe, but I don't know too many others.
Because we used to go like Grand Rapids. We used to go to Holland. We used to go to Hastings, Michigan.
So
MSU used to have a tournament.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a lot.
So I'm thinking point karate tournaments. I'm just spitballing here, but it might be something that the kids do. And when people hit a certain level, 18, 19, 20, 21, they might go into something else. Man. Think about Angel, think about what just happened. What was that event that just happened where didn't Cam and Katana just pull out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Battle of Atlanta, where I was just
and the Battle of Atlanta, exactly. Because the money not right? Is that why they pulled out? Pretty much. Exactly. Yeah. So do you think in another 20, 25 years, if you go to a tournament and they pass it out $300, people gonna keep doing that shit? I don't think so. No. Especially if the popularity of places like Karate Combat, virtual fight tour, if events like that start picking up, I believe, and the money is right, I think that the adults might start leaning toward that. That's my opinion.
This is my thing. So I it's a double-bladed sword. I'm gonna give you 2 answers. If you're saying like they're gonna go more towards Karate Combat and that style, you're gonna lose more participants for karate in general. And I'm saying that because you guys notice like not everyone's built like us. Like,
aren't we doing that anyway now? Aren't people not doing karate like they used to?
But I'm saying like at least you at least have some juniors trying their luck in the adults. I'm saying they won't even make it. We'll see more kids dropping out in like the teens maybe from karate tournaments. I'm not saying just in schools in general, but from karate tournaments because they don't want that style of fighting. They don't want to do that. That's not for them. And a lot of people think it's for them until they get hit, and then it's really not for them. They see that.
So does that mean we're going to start seeing like more set fights? Because like,
so that's what I was going to.
How are we going to decide? How are we going to decide who to have set fights for if we don't know what people look like fighting?
my whole thing I was gonna say for Virtual Fight Tour, I can see Virtual Fight Tour increasing sport karate, sport martial arts, because they're still doing point fighting. It's set matches, and so I gave this idea to Jesse a while ago when he started VFT. Like, I just so happened to give him the idea, and then he was like, "Yo, it's crazy you said that because I'm starting VFT." Like, this is when it first started up, and I was on the first card. I told Jesse, I said, "Yo, they should bring back like Waco Pro rankings, but you should do it, make a name for it, and like we all fight. We're all in a division. We have like welterweight, light welter, all that. You have a ranking system. You fight for your championship. Champions can fight other champions. Like, do it that way. Almost make it like a UFC of sport karate. Do it that way, and don't do it off of points. Do it off of if you win. You know, like have a unbiased set of people that determine the rankings. Right? Everyone's always gonna have something to say about the rankings, but essentially he kind of did something like that with the diamond, the platinum, the golds, right?
But at least there's an end game for the sport karate fighters.
That's what I'm saying. In terms of
if I get
karate,
to the top, there's something like the UFC that I can go towards. Not just the UFC, not just Karate Combat, not just Glory. I don't want to do that hardcore, but I do want to continue, and I would like to be a quote unquote professional in my field.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
that's what the VFT is going to do. Yeah. But also, that I could see it doing that.
Yeah, so like,
because it is picking up steam more and more.
In my mind, that's the. All right, I know I'm gonna get so much on this for saying this, so I'm gonna take it, whatever. But
all right, Travis, get ready to make a clip out of this. Whatever Angel's about to say, get ready to make a clip. Go ahead.
But in all seriousness, that's what made the difference between Pro Point and Virtual Fight Tour. Was Pro Point was the harder contact, the harder hitting, but that wasn't for everyone's eyes. That wasn't for everyone to see. Point fighting, the true sport martial art fans, and what we have in sport martial arts, they're going to be geared more towards Virtual Fight Tour, and that's what set Virtual Fight Tour apart. They had more ideas.
But that's okay because
better things.
And that's they had to set themselves apart between each other, and one out and one didn't. Oh well. That's the way it works. Back to the drawing board.
What I'm saying is like that's why I say like I personally don't think the sport martial arts, like, we're going to lose competitors to Karate Combat. I think VFT is actually going to enhance sport martial arts. Like, I really do believe that VFT is going to enhance sport martial arts.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you guys this then. Okay, let's say Karate Combat and VFT, 20, 25 years from now, people that compete in that, let's say you're making 50 to 100,000. Do you think that more people are going to want to do that?
Hell yeah. Why? Okay. Why would you
go to a tournament? Why would you go to a tournament and get $1,000? And only if you win overall. Why would you do it?
But this is the thing, though. True or not, right? Let's just say you have to be relevant to get into VFT. True or not?
That's what I said. Right? That's what I was saying. Yeah.
You have to be relevant. You and this is a real thing. Like Jesse, this is why I say, man, like Jesse was so ahead of it with VFT because he took a lot of us before we even hit that mark during COVID. So when COVID, like now that we broke out of COVID, Jesse could very easily say he has the top superstars fought on VFT because he caught us right before then. In order to get to that level, you have to be relevant. You have to go to tournament.
That's not always the case when it comes to MMA because you have some people that's in the UFC that you've never heard of before that have 2 or 3 wins and somehow they are in the UFC.
Well, they market them very well.
They had to have fought somewhere though, right?
Yeah. I'm not saying that people are not training. I'm not saying that people are not going to be networking with each other, but
I'm saying
I don't know, man.
Like Dana White ain't walking like true or not. Dana White could walk into, let's just say, like AKA Gym, right? In San Diego. He could see someone in there he hasn't seen before. He could say, I want that kid. Mm-hmm. He needs to get 2 fights or needs to get a fight somewhere else, and then we'll sign him. Either way, you have to fight somewhere because we have to see.
Oh, no, I'm not saying, I'm not saying that you're not going to be fighting anywhere, but I just, look. Like 20, 25 years, like I don't know. I'm not planning to have a tournament ever. I don't want that hassle. Like if I do it, I'm damn sure not going to do it the way that everyone else is doing the tournament. Joe, are you planning to do a tournament? Like run one.
To run one?
Yeah, your own tournament. Hartley tournament. Okay, right. So
but I've never done that before. I mean, I don't
so
even have
my point. So my point is, if the older people who used to do the tournaments are not doing them anymore, and the younger people are not trying to do them, what tournaments are going to be around for the competitors to compete at anyway?
True.
All right. So, like I said, like I don't know. I think it's going to change. Like I
don't know, man. Because this is the other part about it. There is someone out there is always gonna say, I have a better model to run a tournament. You know, like yo, man. I always say, you gotta give props to Jeremy Roque. You hear him on Alex and Jeff's show all the time. Beating Jeremy Roque. Yo, Jeremy has a system that he runs USA Sport Karate with down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of unmatched. Like I'm not, and it's the truth. I've competed down there a bunch. He does double elimination sparring in the same amount of time that you could run single elimination sparring. Like he gets people more fights. He gets people more activity time. He has more involvement with all the local schools because he's marketing it where everyone has more. You're paying a price and you're getting more than what you're paying for. So I'm telling you, man, I think there's going to be people that are going to come out with a better format 20, 25 years from now. But what's going to be that separator is going to be the VFTs and something else that may come along. When it comes to karate combat, I'm going to be real with you guys. In all seriousness, I don't see it lasting 20, 25 years. I don't see it lasting 10 years. I'm going to be real with you.
I think it's going to transform to something else, something bigger and better. It could.
It has a 50-50. My thing is sometimes I think
if Jesse wants to continue to do it.
Oh, no, I'm talking about karate combat.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't think karate combat is gonna last.
Not the way they have it set up right now. They gotta stop all that little background stuff. Just put it in an arena. You can have the pit. Just put it in an arena.
Yeah, my thing is they're losing money at the gate, so they're not charging that much for a live gate, and they can get more of an audience for a live gate. That's number one. Number two. They were so focused on having it in exotic places. You're putting more money into getting it into those exotic places. To be real with you, tell me this wouldn't be smart. Go to some place like Atlanta that has a studio and that you could like blow out. Like, you know, you can have a good amount of fans in there. Do it in there. Work your way up to get to the arena.
I'll do it in Orlando. You constantly have people, you know, tourists there.
Yeah, that works. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Orlando or Vegas.
Yeah, do it.
But they have so many. They have so many people from out of country and stuff. I think they try to do it that way because they're trying to get around and make it more international than just.
No, I definitely get that part, but like they're trying to run before they can walk sometimes. Like when I saw it since it started, they were pumping a lot of money into it, and it's like, yo, like it's not like you're doing it on top of a skyscraper in New York. Like, yo, like that's like. And then you see everyone there. It almost looks like it's like a black tie event, like suit tie. Everyone's like higher ups. Like it's. Don't get me wrong. It's a great aesthetic look. But
I would do that for the pre-show. I would do that for the pre-show. That's what I would do. And then when it comes to the main event, you're in the arena.
Okay, so yeah, I can get that. Now,
that's what I would do.
The good thing about karate combat that they got working for them is they get, they get these superstars from MMA that did karate. Lyoto Machida, GSP, Boss Rutan, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. They get these people that, sign on, want to do it.
Are they reaching out to karate schools to entice them to help promote their events?
No.
Why not? Like, why would you not do that? Like, karate schools should have their posters up or something.
Like, you know what's crazy, right? You would think that WKF would promote karate combat. Think about it. WKF is technically an amateur sport under because it was in the Olympics, like that type of style karate. It's an amateur sport. You would think they would promote it where if you do good, you can make your way into professionals for karate combat. They don't do that. So that's what I'm saying. There's such a disconnect. There's so many holes they can fill, but it's like I said, man, I just don't see it lasting. And also, this is the other part. This is the biggest thing. You guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong, because you probably have seen it throughout the years. Anything that looks like UFC cannot compete with a UFC type brand.
True.
You can't have it look like UFC and have it compete in the same arena as them. Like If it's kickboxing, leave it as just kickboxing. If it's karate, leave it as just karate.
But doesn't Bellator compete with UFC?
But look at how many ways they've transformed Bellator.
They definitely have. Yeah, they definitely have. I remember when Bellator used to be on MTV. No, it was on MTV2. It used to be on MTV2 back in the day. They were outside. I think they were outside at one point in time.
Yeah. So look at how many times Bellator has transformed. Look at how Strikeforce and WEC. Look at how all those things happen. So you see karate combat, it looks a lot kind of like UFC, and to the average fan, they're gonna say, why don't I just go watch UFC with names that I know? I don't know these guys. Why don't I just go turn on the TV and go watch Jorge Masvidal, Israel Adesanya, Conor McGregor? So it's a lot, man. There's different ways you can look at it. But for the people that don't know this, obviously we don't want to talk about this damn movie. It's 34 minutes in. So
no.
I want to talk about this movie. I like this movie.
Yeah. There you go, Joe.
Let's go ahead.
We just got started.
Let's just jump into it before Trav rebrands us as CTE 2.0. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're talking about Unleashed this week. Now Angel, because and me and Angel were talking before you got on, Joe. Yes, Angel, I like the movie. I wouldn't tell him.
Yes, sir.
I like the movie.
Wait,
I would have really liked to hear if you didn't like it, what you didn't like, because this is a very interesting movie. No, did Melissa watch it?
No, she did not watch this movie with me, but she has seen it before. But she asked me about it. Another thing she said, she said one day. She's like, Joe's married. I said, yeah. She said, Angel has a girlfriend. I said, yeah. She said, maybe we should just do the show one day. I was like, what would y'all talk about? Like, what kind of banter would y'all have? Y'all don't even know each other. I was like, then we'll come and take over the show. Like what?
What are we going to do? Like Sweetest Day or Valentine's Day or something? Let them take over. It'll be on Valentine's Day episode.
Dude, is there a Lifetime karate holiday movie?
Hell no. No. Y'all missed me with that one. No, sir.
I want to hear what movie they would even pick.
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what's crazy? My girl is stingy with karate movies. She destroys them. She is stingy.
Perfect. Bring her on.
Stingy. Oh my god.
But I want to bring her on when you choose the movie.
No, literally. Sometimes I pick a movie and I start watching with her, and she's like, "What the hell are you watching?" And I'm like, and she looks at me and she's like, "This movie sucks. The choreograph is terrible." I'm like, "All right, I don't even want to go into this."
I love it.
So you know what? I saw this movie back in the day when it came out, and I did not finish watching it because I remember him getting his collar taken off. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, I remember that part, but I didn't know the story. I didn't remember the story at all. But I did enjoy the movie. It was different.
Yeah,
it was real different.
Mm-hmm. But like I told you, this was one of those movies. And I'm not saying it's like similar to like Black Belt, but I'm just saying in terms of like the story and the plot was so different, and it had a lot of dynamics to it that you didn't really get like. I'm not saying you didn't get lost, but you didn't lose your attention. Like you were always like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen next. How is he gonna handle this? So that's something I liked about the movie.
Yeah, but they get you right off the bat because they go. I mean, literally 2 seconds into the movie, it's fighting.
Yeah,
but it's like fast paced. Just everybody's flying.
That's great.
How did you guys watch this? How did you guys watch the movie?
I have it on DVD.
You have it on DVD? All right. Yeah. How'd you watch it, Joe?
I have an app I can find.
Okay. Because I was trying not to buy it. And I was over in Windsor this weekend also, and you couldn't watch it in Windsor. I couldn't watch the movie over there at Melissa's house. I couldn't watch it.
Because like the Canadian restrictions, or
no, it wasn't available. So every movie is not available in every country. So when I was over there, I looked on Amazon Prime, didn't see it. I said, okay, let me go ahead and look on Netflix. Wasn't there. I went to YouTube, couldn't find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. And that's because Melissa has her accounts are all Canadian. But when I went on my phone, and because my phone is still connected to my Amazon Prime, I found it there, but it wasn't on hers. So I said, okay, well, I'll just watch it when I get home. Because I saw it on YouTube also, but it's not the full movie on YouTube. Or at least it didn't seem like the full movie when I was attempting to watch it at first. It seemed like they were just kind of skipping into different parts. So
I hate that. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, so I just waited till I got home, especially when you don't know the movie, because I'm like, is this the movie? Is this how it starts off? So when I got home, I watched it and I enjoyed it. This is a Jet Li movie, and this was made in
2005.
2005. The budget for this movie was $45 million, and they only made $50.9 million. So I mean,
they just scraped.
Yeah,
I bet you 25 million was on Jet Li, and the other 20 was on Morgan.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'll tell you what, though, to be honest with you, this is probably you guys let me know, Joe, and Gene. You let me know. I think this is one of his more underrated movies.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Really underrated movie.
All right. Joe, you want to start it off?
Yeah, the concept of the movie is very interesting. So we don't know the full story until you get into the thick of the movie, but it literally starts off. You got some kind of gangster that calls himself Uncle Bart, and then he literally has trained a human being, Jet Li, that he calls what does he call him?
Danny.
Mm-hmm. He calls him Danny. He has trained him to be an attack dog, literally with a collar on. He takes the collar off and he whispers in his ear, kill or attack. And that's exactly what he does.
Mm-hmm. So this was my thing, because I didn't know what was up until the end of the movie. So I didn't know if he had like a microchip in his head. I didn't know if he was hypnotized. I didn't know why he was doing the things that he did. Why he was under this guy's quote unquote spell. And I was thinking like, well, okay, so Bart, if you could do this with him, how come you just can't have a group of soldiers that are like him? Because he took Danny from his mom when he was a little boy. So it's not like he was already a supreme martial artist. No. So he had to have been trained to get to this level. I wish they would have talked a little bit more about that.
They did talk a little bit about it, but they kind of just grazed over it. He did say, I got you this training. He saw the fire in the boy when he killed his mom. So they showed it. He came out, he was like 8, 9 years old. He came out when they killed his mom, and he came out, started kicking the crap out of people. Mm-hmm. And so that's why he didn't kill him. In fact, he took him and was like, oh, I can use this. Mm-hmm. And so it sounds to me they never really showed it. It sounds like he said, okay, I like that fire in your belly. Let's direct it towards something. So he got him training and then trained him when to act and when not to act. So the whole time, this is an adult human being now. He's like a kid. Mm-hmm. He's locked away at night in like a cage almost, mm-hmm. like underground, like a basement with a cage over top of it. And all he's got is a punching bag, some scraps of food, and a book, mm-hmm. a children's book. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't know much about the world. Now, with that said, when he does finally speak in the movie, he knows more than he seems to let on.
Yeah, he
which
does.
Kind of surprised me. Because
Mm-hmm.
he was acting at the beginning of the movie, his social skills made him sound like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But then slowly he understands a lot more than he leads on. And then he learns very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What did you guys think about Morgan Freeman being blind in this movie? I was hoping that there would have been some type of explanation about it. And there was one, but it seemed like this movie could have been just fine without him being blind.
Yeah. I think they just kind of wanted some of that drama.
Yeah, I guess. Now you mentioned, Joe, that Bart killed Danny's mom. Mm-hmm. Bart gave Danny an explanation, said that his mother was a whore. I don't think that was the case. We saw it later on. So what was his relation? No. So what? Huh, man, Angel, I almost called you Danny. Now, Angel, Angel, do you know what was the relationship between Bart and Danny's mother? Because I didn't see a relationship. I didn't understand what that was.
I'm gonna be real with you. I was always under the impression that she was a prostitute.
Yeah, I didn't see it like that. Did you think that was the case, Joe?
It looked like either maybe he had paid her once or twice,
Yeah,
and
that's
she
what I thought.
didn't want to do it anymore, or he wanted her to work for him under those circumstances, and she refused. But they never really did explain it, and it never really. I mean, she was living in a convent, wasn't she?
I thought you just had an apartment.
I thought she was like living in a church. Because didn't they go to a church to find all her stuff and find out more about her?
I don't remember that part.
I mean, I could be wrong. I guess it might have just been an apartment. I thought that lady was like a nun or something.
You could be right. You could be right. But I'm thinking back to when we saw her when Danny
like
had the flashback. When he had the flashback, she was in an apartment. So that's why I just assumed she was in an apartment. So
well, I mean, before all that, so we start off. Bart is collecting. He's making collection runs, and Danny is his weapon. He doesn't show up with guns or bodyguards. He's got a couple of bodyguards, but Danny's his weapon. And while he's collecting, and some of these people who don't understand, learn very quickly that don't mess with Danny because the leash comes off. Well, a guy who he goes to collect from, who's a little bit smarter than the other people, realizes if I don't let the master take off the collar and release Danny, I don't have to worry about Danny because Danny won't do nothing, and he doesn't. So literally, Uncle Bart, as he's called, is getting his ass kicked by several people, and Danny's just watching because no one told him to attack. No one took off his leash or his collar, and until Bart, finally gets up and takes off the collar and releases him, to finally save his life. He does nothing. He literally sits there and watches. So this gentleman,
I would have thought that Bart would have been more messed up by the end of this movie because he had all types of things going wrong for him.
He'd been in 2 car crashes, and he got his ass whooped. I mean, he got ghetto style twice.
Yep, he did. Like he should have been in a hospital somewhere.
Well, so here's the crazy part to me. So that first time, he impressed someone who ran a fighting ring. And they do, which is kind of bold, to come to somebody who you just like basically almost killed, and basically disrespected like that, and then be like, oh, I got a business proposition for you. That's pretty bold. I give him that. But the second time that he got jumped, and I don't even know why he did this. This was stupid to me. So so after getting jumped the first time and realizing they need a new plan, they decide to try and teach Danny something new on the fly. Which I don't know how long you trained this kid to, from a young age, but I'm sure it took a lot of training to get him to realize, like, take off the collar, do what I say, blah, blah, blah. Now you're trying to teach him something brand new. Like he puts a light with a red light and he says, when the red light starts blinking, you come in and attack. Which they had to tell him this several times.
Yeah, but why didn't he take his collar off?
I don't know.
Because Danny would have ran in there and just stood there and watched him get his ass beat.
But I mean, I guess that this was the new plan. Like this was the new collar. I don't know. I didn't get why you're trying to teach him something new.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So meanwhile, you left this guy by himself, and he's like a kid. So he's very curious to things. He sees a piano, and he starts trying to mess with the piano. Now he's not watching the red light. And this is where he meets Morgan Freeman's character, whose name is, I can't remember.
Sam.
Yeah.
Sam. So he meets Sam. Sam is blind and is he tunes pianos. And so what we find out is Danny really likes pianos. He likes the sound. He likes everything about him. Well, we find out later his mom used to play a piano. So this is why he has this attachment to pianos. And he ends up learning from Sam about pianos. But lo and behold, they hear a clicking noise. Oh, it's the red light that he's supposed to be watching. Now he realizes, oh crap, I might be in trouble. He runs over, and of course, Bart got beat up again, and they got away with his money. So obviously, we have a problem, and they leave in a hurry. Danny's in big trouble. He didn't get fed for the night. Blah blah blah. A few scenes later, now I don't know who caused this problem, but they are put into a position where they're blocked by two cars, and then a group gets out and shoots them. Do we know who that group that shot up the car?
I don't. Do you, Angel?
No. I thought it was just like a mob gang type thing.
See, I thought it obviously was someone that they pissed off, but I didn't recognize it wasn't anybody that they had seen like in those 2 days.
Yeah, and I didn't watch this a second time. So sometimes when you watch something a second time, something.
I don't know, man.
And I didn't see it.
I've seen this movie several times, and it didn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
But one other thing. The gentleman who had attacked him the first time and came to the business proposition he ran illegal fights to the death. So he wanted Danny to be one of the people. So he goes out, puts him against his champion, and literally even Bart said, like, yeah, this isn't going to be no problem at all. And Danny goes and punches the guy in the throat.
Yeah, it wasn't even a second.
Yeah. And so, of course, this gentleman loves it, but he said maybe for the second fight, we could make it a little more exciting. Well, then Bart gets shot up, and Danny thinks he's dead. So he ends up leaving, and the only place he really knows other than his home is where he saw that piano. So he goes back, and Sam finds him and brings him back and patches him up. And he has a daughter.
Did you think something? Did you guys think that something was going to happen? It was Victoria between Victoria and Danny. I was like, oh, she's sick. If something's about to happen between her and Danny.
Yeah, I mean, because I think they wanted us to think that, but I don't think it ever was, especially because they were kind of treating him like he was like a brother almost.
That's but the way she took that collar off, didn't she kiss him on the neck or something?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. It's showtime. You get kissed on the neck, it's showtime, But Danny didn't know. I agree.
I was thinking the same thing. Well, you had no idea.
Danny didn't know. He could have introduced us. I'm not going to say it. I had to catch myself. Continue, Joe. Snoop's first album. That's all I was going to say. Go ahead, Joe.
Danny wouldn't know what to do. Yeah, so he kind of ends up joining this family who've had some of their own tragedy, because Sam is technically Victoria's parent, but originally her parents had passed before. Her father had died, and Sam was a best friend, and he ended up marrying her mother, and then they all got into a car accident, and the mom died in the car accident. So now Sam takes care of Victoria.
And that's how Sam lost his eyesight.
Yeah, in the car accident. Now Sam is he's talked about playing at Carnegie Hall. He's really good on the piano, and Victoria also plays the piano, and I guess she has a concert coming up that they talk about a few times. And what is she? She's like 18, so she's finishing school.
I don't know. They didn't really say how old she was, and I couldn't. It kind of seemed like she was in college. That's what I thought. but I don't know because I couldn't. Like, she didn't look young. She didn't like a high schooler.
True.
So I don't know. I don't know what grade she was in, or if she was in college or whatever.
So Danny, of course, he's not sure what's going on at first. He's a little timid. He's scared.
Hiding under the bed.
Yeah, he's hiding under the bed. So it takes a few days for him to get used to everything. But eventually, he kind of likes this whole idea of being a part of a family. He helps pick Victoria up from school because I guess they're kind of in a bad area. And everything's going real well. Sam's teaching him how to cook, the finer things about picking out the right stuff for cooking and all this stuff. And
I thought I was under the impression. I thought there was going to be more to their story, Sam and Victoria, because it kind of seemed like Sam was keeping her from someone or something.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was wondering that too.
Yeah, because he yelled at Danny because one day they went out for ice cream. Victoria Danny went to go walking her home. Number one, but number two, they didn't come right home. They went out and got some ice cream, and Sam was pissed when they came home. He's yelling at them. So I thought there was going to be something that we missed, or something they were going to explain later, something that had happened in their past, but they didn't, because they're not even this doesn't even take place in America. I think this is was it in Switzerland? Sweden?
Something like that.
Sweden. And they came there for her to go to school. So I didn't know if they were going to say that they were on the run, they were hiding, they were in witness protection. I didn't know.
I was thinking the same thing, because but then you realize I think he's just so overprotective because of everything that they've been through already.
Yeah, I guess so.
Plus, it's just the two of them on their own, you know. Now you've brought in someone who comes from a troubled past. So, you know, anything can happen. Mm-hmm. I mean, the tall and the short of the movie, really, Danny runs into one of Bart's old associates, finds out that Bart is still alive, which I have no idea. I mean, I really don't know how he survived that.
Because he got shot up.
Yeah. Well, the car was not only, you know, another car smashed into him, then got shot up.
Yeah, then got shot up.
So he's been on the mend, and he's been looking for Danny. He wants to go back to fighting and recoup. So he takes Danny away. Sam and Victoria are upset. They think, you know, that Danny just didn't want to come back, but he was kind of held with, you know, without anything, because they threatened to find the family if Danny didn't come with them and hurt them. So he had to go back. And the problem is, now that he's been with his family and he realizes there's more to life than just fighting, when they put him in the ring to fight, he won't fight.
Yeah. He's all defensive.
He literally says, he says, I don't want to hurt anybody. I mean, they literally have to throw 10 guys in the pit and weapons.
With weapons, yeah. And even after that, he doesn't want to kill. Bart has to pull out his gun, and he
killed about 10 of them before the last one. He didn't want to finish the last one off.
I just thought he just beat him up. I didn't think he killed him.
No, I think he had to, because they were trying to kill him. And then Bart said, if you don't kill him, I don't get paid. So he ended up shooting him and taking Danny and yelling and screaming at him. And so the other important scene that we find out is this is where Danny finds a picture of his mom. And this is where he realizes that Bart's been lying to him. So he wants to know more about his mom. And he ends up leaving with the picture and finding Sam and Victoria again. And they're the ones that kind of help him find out where the mom was. And he learns exactly what happened with his mom. So he remembers. He's basically, he starts to remember as he's going to the home, his old home. He sees the piano his mom used to play. And so he's done with Bart. He's ready and done with Bart. Bart and his crew comes after him at Sam and Victoria's, and he's throwing people out the window. He's fighting with other people.
Sam was wrong for this. Sam was wrong. Sam should have let him kill Bart. Bart's a gangster.
No, I agree with you.
Bart was going to come back. He
But
was going to come back.
but in the sense of what the movie's about, and they have to. Sam has to say, "Hey, you're better than this.
I'm
This
not.
isn't you."
I'm not.
No, I agree 100%.
I'm not. I would have killed Bart. I would
Well,
have looked.
not only
I
that,
would have
but
looked
what's
Sam in the eyes while I did it.
Yo, hold on.
Well,
You'll forgive me.
Hold
You'll
on.
forgive me.
here's my thing. What's one more body to him? He's already killed all these people with no remorse. What does he care?
Right. Go
You're
ahead,
wrong.
Angel.
You're wrong for that. You're gonna look him in the eyes knowing he's blind. You're wrong. For that. You're wrong for that.
That's why he said it.
You're wrong for that.
Oh, I really
You're
didn't
wrong.
think about that.
You're
I
wrong
really
for
didn't.
that. You're wrong for that. Just
Oh,
know
I thought you were saying that on purpose.
I did
You're
not
wrong
say
for
that.
that. You're wrong for that. You said, I will
That
look
makes it even better.
eyes. You're wrong for that. Good job. You're wrong for that. Good job. Good job.
It's just gonna look him in the eye and grab him and go,
Well, then,
snap.
Then if I was, then I wouldn't even did that. I would have just suffocated him. Then I would just put my hand over his nose and mouth. It's like, okay, Sam, I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm not gonna touch him no more. And I would have just let Bart just fade away. All right, let's go.
Oh, he must have had a heart attack. My bad.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Joe,
So
let's wrap it up.
yeah, I mean, this goes down. He doesn't kill Bart, and then we push forward to Victoria's recital, and what are they eating ice cream or whatever? I don't know, but yeah, it was a nice little wrap up to the movie. The fight scenes in this movie were wild. Everything was very fast paced.
Yeah. I couldn't tell. I was trying to see, were they speeding it up or was Jet Li really punching and kicking that fast?
I've heard he's so fast that he has to slow down for people to work with him because he's so fast. I've heard that's what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be that fast.
Yeah, I heard the same thing about Bruce Lee and Wesley Snipes. So I'm just saying.
All right. So what do you guys grade this? How do you guys grade this movie?
I'll give it an A. I really enjoyed it. It was a good storyline and just great. The fight scenes were pretty wild.
Okay, Angel.
A. Also, man, like I said, man, it was probably one of those like better martial art movies that had like a good plot to it. The fight scenes were pretty good,
Yeah, I give it an A. I give it an A. It's pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. All right, so that's 3 A's. Is this the first time that's happened? Maybe not. I don't know.
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Hold on.
Maybe,
you gonna get
hey, maybe now that I'm picking good movies, Mike might actually come back. Who knows?
Well, I just text Mike and I told him that so everyone listening, we are not going to have a Fist Kicks and Flicks next week. Because it's going to be the holiday. We normally record on either Sunday or Monday, even though today's Tuesday. We normally record on Sunday and Monday.
They didn't need to know that. They didn't need to know that it was Tuesday.
It's all good. It's all good. So the next Fist Kicks and Flicks will be live. We're going to be live on Facebook and possibly YouTube. I know Jeff Das should be on the show. It's going to be episode 100, guys. So Jeff's going to be on the show. I think Mike's going to be on the show. I don't know who else is going to show up. I guess Trav will run it. Just let people pop in if they want to pop in. If you want to pop in on the show, I don't care. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some drinks. Angel's going to have a drink, too. we go celebrate. Episode 100.
Y'all going to get a whole different Angel. I got you, though.
We're gonna do next in 2 weeks. We're gonna do Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. So that should be pretty interesting. I have seen this movie. I saw it back in the day. I don't really remember. Bruce Lee is he is a huge figure in martial arts. So there's gonna be lots to talk about. I'm quite sure everybody's gonna have their opinions. A lot of people have. I've had plenty of debates with people about Bruce Lee because I'm not as big as a Bruce Lee fan when it comes to his fighting and his skills, and as other people are. Like some people think that he is a real life Superman, and I just don't see him like that, So it's gonna be interesting. Do you guys have any closing comments? I guess not. I guess not.
I was just gonna say, safe 4th of July to everybody. Safe 4th of July weekend. Safe holiday.
That's right. Have some barbecue tofu. Ain't that right, Joe?
Sure.
All right, everybody. You guys stay safe, stay strong, and we will holler at you next week. And I'm going to play our music.
Disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men.